Hello.
Hi.
It's unusual to be so close.
It's beautiful.
Welcome. Welcome everyone that's listening to this. I am Archangel Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome, Olia. This is exciting. It's a new way of coming forth like this. This is a good message for everyone that's listening to this. We are very excited to come forth like this. As we discussed before, as I discussed, we did say we're going to come forth in another way, and we are coming forth right now. It's a new way for Kimberley to come forth like this, for her to channel me in video form like this. She's just getting used to it right now. You are all on an inward journey, one step at a time. I am here to tell you, you are all loved. It is not by accident you are all here in this group. As I have come forth and told you previously, this group is expanding. Some of you already know this. We orchestrated for Shazy to engage in this conversation in this way for the group. So now I invite Shazy to discuss what we have inspired her to discuss for your higher good, for this purpose, for the group, for the inward journey that you are all undertaking.
I feel an enormous amounts of vibration and love and a sense of peace just being here, and I felt the change in Kimberley's vibration, or as soon as Archangel Michael was coming through, I could feel it, and it's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, there's some questions and topics, actually not really questions, but topics that came through to me as I was coming here to do this group channeling. The topics were balance, acceptance, high vibrational state, and fourth one is being worthy and being yourself. So certain things that revolved around balance was, we have different aspects of ourselves within ourselves. How do we find that balance to accept different aspects of ourselves within ourselves? That makes any sense?
All the different aspects within yourself, as in the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and the emotion.
Yes, and
they
also
are all connected.
How do we find a balance to it, to just balance our different aspects of our characteristics and our spiritual journey, our personal journey, and our career as a human on this plane? How do we balance everything? I mean, we're working so much on our spiritual self, and I feel our career and our personal is just lacking behind, and we want to learn. It's true, we learn through others. We also need to focus
This
on it.
question is a common question. We see it in the community. Kimberley also experiences this. We're here to tell you that you only act on inspiration. So by tuning more within the inward journey, being the present moment, you'll be able to see which step to proceed. The inward journey is important, but the inward journey can be expressed not through just spiritual practice, but exploring life, living life, going through contrast. We expand. This is also part of the spiritual journey. Balancing life. There's no need to worry. There's no need to follow what you should be doing, what society believes you should be doing. If you are in the present moment, you receive guidance, inspiration, and this is when you act. It will all be balanced for you. There might be times in your life when there'll be more focus than others on other parts of your life. That is due to divine timing. There is a reason for that. Kimberley also questions this with her life, as she has many things to do this year, but she trusts. In the moments you're in the present moment, you can pick up our guidance. It is when you're in the past, when you are thinking in the future, anxieties and worries take over, and you are lost of what step to do. If you want to utilize the powers of the universe, utilize source, we ask you to be present. Once you're in the present, the power is in the present moment. Once you're in the present moment, you'll be able to see all our signs. You'll be able to receive our guidance, inspiration, which step to go. This is the process. If it is new to you, it can be challenging because society teaches us certain standards we need to live by. We should be doing this, we should be doing that. We are concerned what other people think, what society thinks, what I should be doing at a person of this age, in this time of history, in this time continuum. But there is no right path. Everyone's path is different. We just ask you to connect within. There are obviously practices that help with that. And once you're in the present moment, you receive inspiration, which step to follow. If you're in a high vibration state, if you are feeling good, if you're in a feeling good place, that's when you can unlock this guidance. If you're in a lower state of emotion, you block this connection to us. We are still here, but you cannot receive the guidance. If you're in that lower state of emotion, we ask you to feel good. This is all we ask. Feel good. Once you're in a feeling good place, this is when you can receive our guidance and the signs and the inspiration of what step to do next. Does this help, my child?
Yes, this also answers the question about being in high vibrational state and how do you differentiate between when you're in a high vibrational state and low vibrational state. It's about feeling good, and when you feel good, you're in a high vibrational state.
That is correct, my child. When you're in a lower state of emotion, you know it. It is about awareness. If you are aware of this is why, again, spiritual practices are beneficial. Being in the present moment is beneficial because with this practice, you can be more in tune to your body. You'll be in tune. You'll know in the present moment. It is only in the present moment you will know what you are feeling. If you are in the past, in the future, you do not know how you're feeling because you might be feeling something because of based in the future. So you need to be in the present moment. You'll be able to feel and you'll be able to know how you feel because of the thoughts you're feeling. Like attracts like. If you are in a low vibrational state and you don't know where you are, if you're getting negative thoughts, well, it shows to you that you're in a low vibrational state. if you're receiving positive thoughts, then you're in a high vibrational state because you're attracting positive thoughts to you. This is a system to recognize where you are at. Most people can sense if they're in a low vibration and a high vibration because they're feeling good. But some people, if they are a bit cut off, if they are living mostly, predominantly in a low vibrational states, their baseline is in that era, sometimes it's hard for them to gauge. So we say, if you cannot pay attention to your feelings, pay attention to your thoughts. These thoughts are clues of what state of being you are in. Because you attract these thoughts to you, it matches your vibration, you see?
Yes. Thank you. Do you have a question, Ollie?
My question is similar to your fourth question, which was about self-love and acceptance and what's in the way of that. Has been a big topic, I think, for everyone.
Can I expand on that? The question was, it's been mentioned, and it's been a topic for us, for humanity, for every individual, is being worthy and to be yourself. I understand, it doesn't really mean that you have to say it out loud, everything that goes in your head or your thoughts out to the other people. That doesn't really mean you're accepting yourself and you're being yourself. Whatever thoughts that you're having in your head, you just say it out loud to everyone else. But does that mean whatever you say to other people, and when you're considering even being worthy to yourself, your thoughts, you say those thoughts from a place of love and not just say every thought that comes to your head as just being worthy.
Yeah, and also evolution and us evolving. How do we distinguish it from us not accepting ourselves from the actual inspiration and love?
That's the other question too.
Are we just bettering ourselves because of our feelings of unworthiness in the process of evolving, trying to evolve?
We will say there is much to discuss on these subjects. It is very involved in the subject of speaking your mind. There is concepts in relations to this where if you're inspired to say something, then this person was meant to say it. Do not feel tied to how they're going to perceive it. We cannot control how others perceive it. If it creates contrast within them, then they are meant to experience that contrast so they can expand and grow. Do not get tied into guilt, into saying something and then regretting it, because if you're inspired to say it, if you're in a good vibration state and you said it, it was meant to be said for a purpose, for their highest good. This is how it works. This is why you do not need to feel guilty. Anything comes out, expressed, if you're in a good vibration state, this is inspired. If it is inspired, it means whatever comes out, it is for that other person's highest good. So you need, so we can then detach from what we say. If we know we are in a good vibration state, if we say something to the other person, we cannot control how they perceive it. We are not tied to how they perceive it. It is the other person's journey. You can send them love if they have a contrasting experience with that. But we saying the message, we do not tie ourselves to that because it was inspired to say something and it was meant to be for that person. Does this make sense?
It relieves the guilt.
Yes. The next topic that I got inspired to discuss with you was around acceptance. A phrase that came to me a very long time ago, and I'm still trying to understand and grasping its meaning, is when you accept, you do not suffer. So that it just ties into all the other questions. Are there any exercises or something that we can do to accept ourselves just the way we are right now, with our learning process, with our insecurities, with our eagerness to learn, to expand our spirituality. um, I guess acceptance also comes from trust. And sorry.
Once you align to your true authentic self, all those pressures can be taken off. You are a being of pure love and acceptance. So the only practice you need to do is to connect within, because once you connect within, you begin to love yourself because you are connected to Source, as you are all part of Source. So the only exercise for evolving, the only exercise to trust ourselves, to love ourselves with this process, is to realize who you all truly are. You are beings of love and light. Once you're aware of this process, once you're aware that we're on a journey, once it's all about awareness, once you realize you're on this journey, once you realize, all you need to do is connect within. Connecting within, you connect to Source, because we are part of Source. Once you connect more the inward journey, you connect more with Source, more awareness will be revealed about who you are, that you are a worthy being, you're full of your love, your acceptance. This is the process. This is why we ask you all to go on the inward journey, because the inward journey is a way to connect to Source, as you are Source. Everyone watching this is part of Source. We are all part of Source. Unworthiness is not realizing who we truly are. Once you realize who we truly are, there can be no unworthiness. Does this make sense?
Yes.
As we go up the ladder, more awareness will come forth, and we will know who we truly are. Once it's all about awareness, once we understand this process, we understand that we are beings of pure love. If we are experiencing negative emotions, negative feelings, this is all on purpose. It is to help us grow. It is for us to help us expand. It is how humanity, how we all grow, is to expand through contrast. So there's no need to feel bad if we have negative feelings towards ourselves. It is for a reason. If you are having a negative experience of something, it is an event created for you on purpose as an opportunity for you to grow and expand. Once you analyze that emotion, that thought, the thought comes first and the emotion comes. Once you feel the emotion, and any emotion of any negative emotion is based in fear. So once you analyze, what is the fear behind that? What are my beliefs behind that? Once you understand that, you have a relief, and then you ascend to the next level. This is all a process. Do not see negative situations as a quote bad thing. There's no bad in this world. There's nothing. Everything in the world that happens is for a reason. There's no wrong in this universe. It is all right. It's just our society conceptualizes things as wrong or right. We are teaching you the new way. We are teaching you what is truth in the universe without these illusions put out into your society. It is a time of great awakening on earth, and you are all awakening to this. A lot of you already know this deep down, and you are awakening to all this. So we are here to share this message for you to be aware of the process and to not be afraid. And whenever the negative emotion is created, it is for a reason. See it as a good thing, because this is a process of expanding. If you can pull yourself away from it and see, this is an opportunity for me to grow here. What is the fear here? Once you can find that and overcome it, change your perspective, you have risen, you've overcome that, and you have risen. Does this make sense?
Yes, it's exactly what I'm currently working on. Thank you. I've been noticing I get angry at people or just the world, and I say something mean, and immediately I'm like, Shazy, be a little bit more nice. And then just immediately I realize it's not something that they say, it's something within myself that's making me angry. And
this is exactly, I will just speak about this. This is another concept. Some of you listening to this already know this concept. This is a more complex concept, but what happens is that if someone you're talking to has a reaction, it is actually like, it acts like a mirror. Whatever emotion that comes up for that person is because you are feeling that emotion. So if someone is angry at you for something, and it brings out a feeling of guilt, a feeling of unworthiness from their person's reaction, it is because you feel unworthy. So instead of blaming the other person, instead of wanting them to change and wanting them to be in the wrong, this is all orchestrated as a mirror, so you can go within and look at what is going on within you.
Yes.
Does this make sense?
Absolutely.
It is a very complex concept. It is very different to what society perceives. But once you're aware of this, you can understand if there is quote-unquote negative emotions in people. You'll be able to realize it's because you carry that within you, and they're showing you that you have this. It's a way of showing you, if you're aware of it, that you'll carry this feeling within you. So see it as an opportunity. So with practice, you'll see if you're more aligning to within, you're more in a high vibrational state, you'll find that certain people have different reactions towards you because you resolve these issues within yourself. Does this make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss before we end our communication here for the group?
That would be it for me.
So would the first step as self-awareness be an adequate start of the journey inwards?
That is correct. Self-awareness. This is why some spiritual practices, which many of you are already currently doing, such as meditation, is a very good example of being able to be more self-aware. Being mindful, you can be able to see the thoughts around you and be able to manage your thoughts, and it's a way of tuning more in within yourself. And this process allows you over time to be more self-aware, not just around you, but within you. It is all a process. With this process of different tools like this, one must have to face certain things about them which maybe they'd rather keep hidden within themselves. So we are here to tell you, if you start these processes, you might uncover things about you that's quite contrasting, because over time you've kept them within, but you do need to bring them out to the surface to be aware of these things so you can resolve and overcome it. So we say practices like this are very beneficial. These practices help you to be more aware of your thoughts, who you are, and to connect within. The inward journey creates awareness. The only way to create awareness is to go within, because awareness is related to being aligned to your authentic self and being in a high vibration state. Awareness comes when you've moved up the vibrational chain. So to go up the vibrational chain, you need to connect within to rise up the chain. Does this make sense?
Yes.
There is much to be expanded on this, of course, but I have come forth for you, whoever listening to this, to briefly discuss what is underneath the illusions of your world. In this time of great awakening, it is time for all of us to go within. It is occurring all over the world, and we ask all of you just to find who you truly are once again, a being of love, a being of light, a being of acceptance. There is much to learn, there is much to discover. The most exciting journey is the journey within, that you may cover bumps along the way, but that is okay, because when you go over bumps, you are more aware of the bumps and you can resolve them and you can ascend. So with this, I will cease our communication. I just would like to say before I leave here, I would like to say thank you for all of you for being in this group. It is not by accident that you are in this group. We are here to tell you also that with this expansion of this group, Kimberley is now offering interactions such as this with those who are inspired to proceed with this. We are now in video communication coming through in this way. Kimberley will give you details later, but we are just here to say that this is the next stage. Some of you already know about this. This is another level that the whole group is ascending now to another level. The collective people in the group, some of you may feel you are not worthy of this. Some of you in the group feel like they haven't done much, but just by listening to the questions, reading the conversations, it has some way also risen your vibration. And because everyone in the group, the collective consciousness within the group has also risen you as well. It is not by accident that you're in this group. It does not matter if you feel not ready to involve yourself so directly with this process. Just you being in the group and feeling the collective consciousness within this group, being involved in this group, seeing posts, reading posts, this is all a process for you. Everyone's on different journeys with this. It does not matter if you feel your path or your journey is lower than someone else's. It does not matter if you feel you have not accelerated compared to others, because everyone is on a different journey. Everyone will get from this group what they want to get. So it won't be the same for everybody. So we are just here to tell you to trust that you are here for a purpose. And then we ask when you feel inspired, we are here to assist you. If you don't feel inspired to ask our assistants directly, like I said, just being in the group, experiencing the posts, experiencing all that is within the group, helps you to ascend also. So with love, I am Archangel Michael. Until we meet again, farewell.